Okay, so hi and welcome, and I hope that you have all been well. Hi, Min. You are still away. How's your trip? Are you having a good trip, Min? Maybe I'll message you. So, are you having a good trip? Because Min is not with us in class. And hi to everyone, and thanks for coming yesterday. We went outside of the class and we had an excursion. So because it was Thanksgiving in Australia, we got to see a service where there was a speech from the priest and from some other people talking about this special day, Thanksgiving, when we give thanks for the things that we have. So that was a very nice time. And yes, so now we're back into class, getting back into our English. So what have we done? So today, guys, we're doing a review. We're looking back at all the grammar that we've learned about this unit. So if you remember, this unit was called places. And we looked at talking about the clock. We know how to tell the time. We looked at describing cities using adjectives. We looked at using the present simple to talk about actions in the moment. We talked about places of work. So not just jobs, but the places where people work. And then we looked at ordinal and cardinal numbers. So we know how to say first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and why we need to say them. And then we looked at places in a city and asking for directions. So we need to know how to get somewhere and to give someone directions to tell them how to go to the location they want to go to. And then we talked about our favorite places. So we wrote about our favorite places and explained why we like this place and what the place has. So we did a lot. So today we're going to look at the review and make sure we understand the grammar for this unit. So let's get started. So we're here, everyone, review. So let's do the first questions. So we have, before we start the questions, let's look at some grammar. So present simple. We use the present simple when we talk about facts, true information in this moment now. So if I'm telling someone an action that I did, I need to use the present simple. Present, because that means now. And it's a simple one. So, hey, it means that that it's a simple. It's the first one that we use to just simply talk about what is happening in the moment. For example, I work in the city, I teach English, I love coffee, I enjoy going to the beach. It's actions like that. So it's just true information about what's happening now for me. Could be I, could be you, he, she, it, we, or they. So affirmative just means like the positive sentence. We have a subject and then the verb. But if we have he, she, it, if I'm talking about someone else, I need to add the S. So he likes coffee. She enjoys soccer. It's he, she, it. We need to add the ES. To make it a negative, we add don't. So I don't, you don't. But if it's he, she, it, it's doesn't. He doesn't, she doesn't, it doesn't. And then the verb. And the verb has no ing, no ed. It's just the verb. So in the negative, we only need to pick if it's I don't, you don't, he doesn't, she doesn't, it doesn't, we don't, or we don't. So it just depends which one. Okay, so that's the present simple. It's just pretty simple, subject, verb. We know how to make questions, but we will do that later. Let's just make simple affirmative sentences. So we've got these actions: to eat, to go, to have, to like, to live, and to work. So number one, I live with my family in Dubai. Yeah, it's true information. Maybe someone is telling us that they live with their family in Dubai. I live with my family in Dubai at the moment, now. Number two, we eat in a restaurant near my house on the weekend. We eat. Number three, it's a negative. So I don't like. Yeah, we don't have to change the action. It's just I don't like shopping in the city center because the shops are crowded. Number four, they work in an office in that building. And five, I don't, it's a negative, I don't have a car, so I go to work by bus. Okay, present simple. So you got your subject, you've got your verb, but in a negative, you add don't or doesn't in front of the verb. Let's look at now adding do or don't, but some of these are questions. So we know when we have questions, we have the 6 W's. So for example, what, where, when, why, which, or it could be a H, but then we need to add do or does, and then the subject, and then the verb. So you have to remember that. Or you can start the question with do or does. So you've got 2 ways to make the sentence, to make a question. So for example, in A, the question is, where do you live? I know it's do because the subject is you. Remember, you do. Does is only for he, she, it. If I said, where does she live or where does he live, then I use does. So because the subject is you, where do you live? I'm asking a question in this moment, right now. I want to know, where do you live? The answer, in New York. Number 2, it's another question. Something, subject, verb. Do you like it? Yeah. Do you like it? Like, do you like living there? Do you enjoy New York? Do you like it? Yes, it's great. There are lots of people to go. There are lots of places to go. Number 3, it's another question. Something, you have a car? Do you have a car? Present simple question. Do you have a car? No, I don't. Negative. No, I don't. And I don't travel. And I don't travel by public transport because I have a bicycle. The next one. Do you like shopping in New York? No, I don't. I shop online. Okay, let's choose the correct verb, the correct action. Is it I come from Egypt or I comes from Egypt? It's I come, because comes with the es is only for he, she, it. So if I'm talking about someone else, he comes from Egypt. She comes from Colombia. So because the subject is I, it's I come from Egypt. Number 2, he lives. We know we have he, she, it. I'm talking about someone else, a male. He lives in Singapore. Number 3, my friend speaks. because it's she or he, we don't know. My friend, she speaks 4 languages. Number 4, it's we, negative, we don't have much free time. So remember, doesn't is only for he, she, it. He doesn't have much time. He's always busy. She doesn't have much time. She has many children, or something like that. She doesn't work in an office. And what does your husband do? Because we're talking about he. What does he do? So what does your husband do? So what tense did we use in exercise 1, 2, and 3? The present simple. The tense just means what grammar? Past, present, future. And was it the simple, continuous, or perfect? And there's many more. But it was the present simple. And when do you add S or ES to the verb? Well, he, she, it is when you add the ES or the S. Okay, so that should be very easy. Let's make a sentence of what do we do in a normal day. So remember, we're not talking about yesterday or the future, just now. So some sentences are, I usually go to the gym about 4 days a week. I listen to music every night. I often learn English every day. So these are present simple sentences. I come to my English class 5 times a week. My friend studies Italian twice a week. I drink coffee every morning. I cook every night. I play soccer every day. I cook dinner on Sundays. I get up early every day. In the morning, I study. I work every night. I drink beer every holidays. I take a shower after I get up every morning. So that's a present simple sentence. So you're not talking about exactly when, just in general. What do you do? What do you like? What do you cook? What do you, whatever. And you can use adverbs, which means words like I usually, I often, I sometimes, I occasionally, I frequently, I never, I hardly. So you can add these words, adverbs, and you add them after the subject. So I'll give you 1 minute to create a sentence for yourself in the present simple. Now the subject could be I, you, he, she, it, we, or they. You pick. Okay, just one sentence and we'll have a look at it in 1 minute. Okay, what is your sentence? Is it Victor? No. Sebastian? Yes. What's your sentence? No, no sentence. In the present simple, you have to create one sentence. Santiago, what's your sentence? I have a sweet tooth. Yeah, good. I have a sweet tooth. That means that he likes sweet things. Yeah. I have a sweet tooth. That's what you said? Oh no? Yeah. Okay. Shirley, what's your sentence? In the present simple, you have to create one sentence. Number 5. I'll come back. Brian. Yeah, I listen to music every day. Good. So you're just saying something that's true about you. What do you do in your life? Yeah. How about Gustavo? What's your sentence?
I wake up at 0 and I get up 1 hour later.
So I often wake up. That means like when you open up your eyes. So I often wake up at 6 o'clock, but get out of bed. Yeah, but get out of bed by 7 a.m. So yeah. So when we wake up, that's like when we first open up our eyes. So I often wake up at 6 a.m., but I get out of bed because some people they stay in bed, but I get out of bed by 7 a.m. Yeah, that's good. I often, and I like the word often. That means usually, most of the time, I often. Anna, what's your sentence?
I often read a book.
Yes. Yeah, I often read a book. Perfect. That's good. I try to do the same. I often try to read a book. I often read a book. Yeah, in my free time. If you want, you can add in my free time. I often read a book in my free time. Yeah. So you can see how these are all actions now in the moment. Clayton, what's your sentence?
I drink coffee in the morning every day.
Yeah, I drink coffee in the morning. I drink coffee. You could just put it every day, exactly, yes. So you just kind of repeat like it's you can just say every morning. I drink coffee every morning. So it's a nice and short, not really repeating. So I drink coffee every morning. Perfect. Same to me. Every single morning. I might add here single because you want to show that you must. It has to be every day. So I drink coffee every single morning without a doubt. Like it means you don't miss it. Every day in the morning, you drink coffee. Okay, good. So as long as you know we can now use the present simple. We know how to ask questions with the present simple. So remember the questions, there's two ways to ask question. Remember, this is just in the present simple. There's the past, there's the future. This is the present simple, asking questions now in the moment. Okay, we've got some places. So if you remember, car park, hospital, hotel, library, museum, park, and restaurant. So which one is there are waiters there? Yep, restaurant, cafe. People read books here. Library, library. Doctors work in this place. Hospital, or you could say medical clinic or medical office or the doctor's office. You can stay the night in this building. Hotel. People relax here at lunchtime. Park. Put your car here. Car park. Learn about history here. Museum. Yes. So there's some places. Okay, so remember we know how to talk about a place and we use adjectives to show or tell someone what a place looks like. So let's find the adjective and add the word. So you can repeat after me and at the same time we'll fill in the missing word. So Bangkok in Thailand is a big city with about 10 million people. It's also a popular city. Yeah, so it's also a popular city with tourists. So it's often very crowded. The city is an interesting mix of beautiful old houses and modern office buildings. There's a lot of traffic, so sometimes the air is polluted. For clean air and quiet places, go to the parks and river. Good, and that's a picture of Bangkok in Thailand. So we know how to talk about a place using adjectives. Okay, so now we can say the time. We can describe a town or city, and we can talk about places of work. Yeah. Yes. It's late.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do number 9. So write the word in each sentence. So number 1 is a question. Where? Because I'm asking about a location. So where is the museum? Sorry, just before, let me go back a bit because it didn't really give us exercises for say the time. So if you remember, this is 8:45. We can say it like that, or we can say 8:45. This is 6:40, the time, or we can say 6:50. This is 3:10, or you can say 3:10. This is 5:50, the time, or you can say 5:50. Not very common. I would say 5:50. It's 2:15, or you can say it's 2:15. So remember, there should be it's 8:45. It's 20 to 10, which means it is. It's 3:10. It's 5:50. It's 2:15. And this one is 8:30, or you can say it's 8:30. Okay, so hey, good, yourself. That's good. I like that. Thank you. So now we know how to say the time. Okay, let's do these exercises. So where is the museum? Because I'm talking about a location. Where is the museum? Sorry, it's a question. Is it near here? Remember, is it close by? Is it around here? Is it near here? It's about 10 minutes away. It's about 10 minutes away. Go across. So that means you must go to the other side of the road. Go across this street because it's on the other side of the road. Number 5, take the first street on the right. And 6, turn. Turn right and go straight up the road. Okay, so we know how to ask for directions and give directions. Let's practice. So we can do, I'll give you about 5 minutes. You're going to ask your friend how to go to a cafe, to a shop, to a bank, to a cinema, your car or bicycle, and a bus stop. So your mum was sick, so you came to visit her, and tomorrow you'll come to Australia. So Monday you'll go to school. Yeah. Yeah, I hope your mum. Okay, so we will go to our extra materials. Okay, so let's continue looking at the review for this unit. We've got extra materials. We've got a conversation between a man and a woman. Now, the man is Dickerson, and the woman is Jimena. Okay, so let's read the conversation. So guys, we need to be quiet so we can hear. So where are you from? What do you do?
Your job. But I don't like my
We have in. Yes. Okay, so a little bit with these short words, you need to make them stronger. So I work in a bank. I'm an economist. Do you like your job? Yes, I do, but I don't like my employer. That's interesting. We have a position in my company. So especially the subject, we must push those words. I, you, he, she, it, we, they. Okay, so that was the conversation about now in the moment. So she's saying, I work. I'm an economist. So remember, we use the verb to be to talk about our jobs. A present question, do you like your job? What do you do? Where are you from? And responses, yes, I do. Or if it's a negative, no, I don't. We have, she's talking about something that she has in her job. So we know how to use the present simple. These are the rules. So you must have looked at the rules already. But we are going to practice the questions. So, do you like your job? The answer is no, I don't. But I like my company. Where do you live? But I work in a city. Yep. Do you study English at university? Yeah, no, I don't. I study it. So again, it needs to be a bit more stronger. So 3A. So no, I don't. I study it at a language school. What do you do? Remember, that means your job. What do you do? I'm a doctor. 4E, I'm a doctor. Do you work here?
Yes.
Yes, I do. Can I help you? 5B. Why do you like your job? It's fun. And every day is different. Okay, let's make these sentences. Remember, some are negative, some are questions, and some are affirmative. You must know the difference with the three. So a negative is I don't like pizza. A positive is I like pizza. A question is, do you like your job? An affirmative is I like my job, or you like your job. A negative is we don't study English. That's a negative sentence. Yeah. To make number 4 affirmative, that just means a positive. How do you do it? They. Yeah. So it's a positive. They start work at 9. I have my lunch at midday. How do I make that at negative? I don't have. Yeah, midday. I don't have my lunch at midday. Number 6, to make it a question. Do you go to school? So remember, it's a present simple. Do or does to start the question, or the W's. So you got to remember those 2 rules. How do you make a question? Start with the W, what, when, where, why, or how, or with the do or don't or doesn't. Do or does. So do you go to school? Number 7, make it affirmative, a positive. They meet friends on the weekend. A negative for number 8, I don't eat in cafes. And to make number 9 a question, do a car. Yes, do you have a car? Okay, we've got a conversation. So man is Oscar and woman is Juanita. What do you? So do you like your job? No, I don't. Do you like your job? Yes, I do. Mm.
It's fun and people are great.
Do you have any in your company?
Um, we don't.
No, we don't. Yep, good. So no, we don't. The last one. Okay, let's choose if it's affirmative or negative. So is it I live or don't live? I think these are sentences so that they are true for you. So here are some examples. I don't live in the city. So if you live in the city, you can write I live in the city. I don't work. I don't work. Or it could be I work as a teacher. I like to listen to music. You can write whatever you want. I like to go to the beach. I like pets. I like children. I like my family. I like to play video games. I study. I study English. I study whatever. I don't study a language at the moment. I don't like. I don't eat. You could say I don't eat pork. I don't eat vegetables. I eat everything. I eat whatever. I go to church every Sunday. I don't go to church every Sunday. I go to my English classes every week, whatever. Okay, so you can write sentences that are true for you. These were some examples. Okay, but you should have done that for homework. So let's look at this conversation. We have now a mum and a dad and a daughter and a boy and girl. So the dad is Sebastian and the daughter is Shirley. Yeah. Oh, yes, Sebastian won. That's right, because we've got 2 today. Sebastian won. Thanks. You are forgiven. Thank you. So, Dad.
Love sushi. Do you like it? No, she doesn't. Yes, she likes pizza.
Good. So we can see in here that the present simple for he, she, it, we put an es. So mum, she likes sushi. There's a question in the present simple for she. Does mum like it? And the response for she, he, it. No, she doesn't. Okay, so that was showing us the he, she, it. Boy will be George, and girl will be, I think all the girls have had a turn. So I'm just going to say, who? Anna. Yeah, Anna again. Okay. So Anna, and then boy was George.
Oh, do you like horror?
Do you like horror films?
Yes, I do. Right, that's. Okay, then let's see my
Okay, good. Again, she, he, it. Now this one, remember we looked at pronunciation. It finishes. So it's got the finishes. If I remember the rules, yeah, please, yes, no worries. If we remember the rules for pronunciation, these were the rules. So remember, any action that ends in a CH, SH, it sounds like it is, finishes, teaches, studies. If the verb ends in a consonant, so consonant is not the vowels, A, E, I, O, U, it's all the other letters. So works, remember it's like a snake, meets, starts, speaks, travels. And if it ends in a vowel, A, E, I, O, U, then it has a B sound, like lives, goes. So remember, I can hear like a vibration in my throat. Lives, goes. So we must know how to pronounce the S ending to the verb. There's 3 different sounds. Okay, so that's the rules. Remember, you can find my notes on Padlet. So that's the only thing I heard. It finishes at 6. And we had a negative. My friend doesn't. The film, that's an it. The film, it starts at 4. Because remember, he, she, it. It is for something that's not alive, like the film, the book, the laptop, it's broken, it. Okay, so we know the rules. You should already do this for homework. Let's look at the exercise. Choose the correct verb. Now we don't have the audio, but let's see if we could choose the correct verb. So my wife, she works. In a bank. And I work in a hospital. Hey, how are you? Start work. Thank you. Thanks. I start work at 9 o'clock every day. My wife, that means she, starts at 8, but she has, for he, she, it, she has a break at 10:30 or 10:30. We both have lunch at 12:30, or you could say at 12:30. She finishes work at 5 o'clock, and I finish at 5:30 or 5:30. In the evening, she studies English and I watch television. Okay, so that was for he, she, it. Okay, let's look at this. We have Sophie, Emma, Larry, and Dan, 4 people. And this is their work schedule. So what time they start, what time they have a break, and what time they finish work. So let's look. Sophie and Emma are chefs. They work in a restaurant. Sophie starts work at 10 o'clock. So make sure we have starts. She starts work at 10 o'clock, and Emma starts, so again, starts at 9:30 or 9:30. They have a break. They have a break at 3 o'clock. Yep, so make sure the verb is have. They have a break at 3 o'clock because the subject is they, not he, she, it. So we don't need to add an S. Sophie finishes work at 4:30 or 4:30, and Emma finishes at 4 o'clock. Let's just go to number 4. Do you like Tom Cruise? The answer is yes, I do. He's great. Does your mum like pasta? Yes, she does. She loves Italian food. Yep, 2A. Do you like rock music? Yeah, he likes classical music. So negative. No, he doesn't. Does your boyfriend like hip hop? Yes. No. Does your boyfriend like hip hop? No. Sorry, did I already do that? What time does the lesson finish? At 9 o'clock. Yep. Okay, we've got a conversation. We have to put do, does, don't, doesn't, like, or like. So it's a question. Do you like pasta? No, I don't. So no, I don't. Does your boyfriend like Chinese food? Because remember, we're asking about him, he, she, it, does. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't, but he likes Japanese food. Number 3 question. Do your parents like sushi? They should put like there. So do your parents like sushi? So that's the correct sentence. I know here it's not. My mother likes it, but my father doesn't. Yeah? My mother likes it, but my father doesn't. Okay, we looked at places of work. So we have a boat, a classroom, a hospital, an office, a plane, a shop. So I'm a doctor. I work in a hospital. We're sales assistants. We work in a shop. I'm a teacher. I work in a classroom. He's an accountant. He works in an office. They're waiters. They work in a boat. Places of city. So you see a play or a musical in a theater. You relax outside in a park. You find sea life in an aquarium. You learn about history in a museum. You get tourist information in the visitor center. Talking about the time, it's 3 o'clock. Number 2. Past 2. It's 2:15. Number 3, it's 25 to 10. Number 4, it's 4 minutes to 12. And 6, it's half past. Yep. Okay, back to the present simple. I live in the city center. We, negative. We don't eat in cafes at lunchtime. They have a car. You, negative. You don't. Doesn't is for he, she, it. You don't speak Italian and Spanish. We meet friends in the park after work. They, yeah, don't like for negative. They don't like shopping on the weekend. You read a newspaper every morning at breakfast time. I, negative. I don't have time. Okay, he, she, it. So to change these action words, it's travels. He travels every year. She travels to Colombia every Christmas. Finish becomes, in the he, she, it, finishes. Teach, teaches, go, goes. Live, lives. Love, loves. Have, has. Study, studies. Okay, so we'll finish there because we have a test that we need to be ready for. So that was all the review for this unit. So present simple, you must know how to make a positive sentence, how to make a negative sentence, and how to make a question. Also, we looked at places of work. We know how to tell the time. We know how to describe a city using our adjectives to say this place is beautiful, amazing. It's so peaceful and clean and nice. And we know how to talk about he, she, it. We know how to ask for directions. So I want to go somewhere. How do I get there? Can you tell me how to go there? Where is the bank? And we know how to give directions as well. Well, go all the way down Peary Street and at the end, turn right at the traffic lights, then cross the road, go straight through the park, and then you'll find the bank or whatever. So that's what we did for Unit 3. So I hope you remember all those rules that we did. We will come back with the next lesson talking about free time. So that will be really interesting. We're going to start talking about like activities, free time activities, and the grammar will be really good for that because we're going to start to really say what we like and what we love doing in our free time and how often do we do it. That's going to be a really interesting lesson next time when we start saying, I always do something. I never, I hardly, I occasionally, I sometimes. So we're going to tell someone not just what we enjoy doing, but how often do we enjoy doing it? All the time? Sometimes? Never? How often? And we can ask someone that question as well. Oh, you like soccer? Well, how often do you play soccer? That's all next lesson. So don't be too worried about it now. We have a test. So let's have a break and we'll see you all next lesson. Min, I hope your mum is good and that you have a safe trip when you come back And we'll see you on Monday, Min. So bye, Min. You can do the test on Monday. So bye. Okay, guys, you can have a break. Do the test on Monday when you... Okay, you can do the test when you return. Okay, so see you all next lesson. Bye.